We're going to talk about this in a minute. Everybody, listen to what I'm playing. Here we go.
Won't you bring her over?
Come on, do the choreo.
Say my name and pull our bodies closer.
Now,
She's wrapped around your shoulder.
that is pretty hot, and we're going to talk about that. And with me here on Skip Happens tonight, she is no stranger to the podcast. Wow, what a group. Andrada Popa. Did I say Papa right? Is that how you say it?
Yes. You're always doing it right.
All right, good. Andrada Popa is with us here on Skip Happens tonight. I'm Skip Clark, of course, your host. And, one question I always ask, and you mentioned it before you flipped the mics on, I always ask, where in the world is Andrada tonight? So where are you right now? Tell everybody.
I am on an island. I have been in the Azores for about 3 weeks now. I came here for a week. I was planning a retreat with a friend. Mm-hmm. And then I fell in love with this island. And then they asked me, oh, would you like to stay for longer? And I said, yeah, sure. And then I kind of realized I have no reason to go back to Romania. COVID is really bad back home. And I have to go back to London for my graduation. So I decided I'm kind of worried about getting stuck at home. So I said, you know what, I'm going to stay here for as long as I can. And then I'm going to go back to London, and then I'm going to go back home. So right now I'm in the Azores, in the middle of the ocean. I'm literally in the middle of the ocean.
Give us an idea. What is the weather like there?
It's about 20 degrees. It's been okay. I mean,
Celsius.
Some days,
okay.
Some days have been some days have been really sunny. Some days have been very stormy. Like some of the storms we've had at night. Because we have this. I mean, it's not mine, but the place that I'm in is right by the coast, so you can hear the waves. You can see the waves. Honestly, I'll send you some pictures. And when the storms come at night, you literally are like, is it going to be a tsunami? Like, is this place going to get flooded? So it's been quite intense when the storm comes. But no, it's been amazing, honestly. Such a peaceful place, and just like a little village and like a little island, and the food is amazing. It's so cheap. I honestly, like, I have no words. It's been amazing to just take some time for myself and try to de-stress. And I've been meditating, I've been doing yoga, I've been cooking a lot, I've been like going running. I hate running, and I went for runs.
It's good for you.
So yes, I've been reading, I've been just kind of trying to really, really take care of myself. So I've taken the time to actually make an effort for myself for once.
That sounds absolutely beautiful. If I was there, I'd be sleeping with the windows open so I could hear the ocean.
Oh yeah, I've got a window right here. Like, if I can't show you my view, but during the day, if I open this window, I can just look at the ocean.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. And the sound of the ocean, even the sound when a storm is approaching and when you're sleeping, I love that.
I don't know what to say. I thought I would, but
yeah.
It gets pretty intense. Like, you genuinely feel like the whole house is gonna fall on you. So it gets a bit freaky.
Yeah, I imagine it would. But for some reason, I love that. I know I'm crazy, but it's not about me. It's about you. We're talking with Andrada Popa. I almost said it wrong.
However you want to say it. It's an accent thing. I've been here with so many people from so many different countries, and everyone says my name in a different way. So I'm happy with whatever.
And you have been on with us before. It was quite a while ago. We were talking about some of your early efforts with music.
Yeah,
it was a little bit.
It was in March, I think.
Yeah, probably. I want to say it was like early spring here. So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But welcome back officially. And you are an artist. You are putting out some great music. It's kind of a little different from what I've been doing lately with the podcast, because I do a lot of the country music artists, and we talk to them, and we have a relationship with Nashville with Skip Happens, and we get the artist on. Now I'm thoroughly over the top with you, because
I can try to sing some country songs and just be like, howdy or something. I don't know.
I bet you don't even, do you know any country artist?
Well, I mean, what does Billy Ray Cyrus count? And like,
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Wait, I know. Well, who do I know? I know Faith Schuler. Does that count?
yes, we know Faith. We all
I
know
know
Faith,
Faith
don't
and
we?
I know Jimmy Allen, all
Yep.
of those. I know
Oh,
them
yep,
from,
yep. We have that
yes.
relationship. I think we know the same guy that got us
Yeah,
hooked up.
I do think I know some country artists,
Yeah,
but I'm
you
not
do.
like a massive country person. And I'm not in that area of
You
the music, but
are an actress. You are a singer. You are overall an entertainer. You went to school, correct me if I'm wrong, in London, and you say you're going to
yeah.
graduate now.
Yes, I was supposed to graduate last year, obviously, but because of COVID, it never really happened. So we made a big fuss about it and we said, we deserve a graduation. So they decided to have a big in-person graduation
Cool.
on a stadium and,
Mhm.
hiring gowns and taking pictures and actually holding your diploma, being like, look, mom,
I
I
got
made it.
it.
I got it. I'm legit. So,
Wow.
so yeah, we're actually going to graduate. And I thought, you only live once. It's like you only graduate once
Mhm,
from
mhm, mhm.
like your bachelor's degree. So I thought, I don't want
Wow.
to be back home whilst all of my colleagues are in London drinking at the pub and celebrating
The
finishing.
pub used to go and
Finishing.
I've been to London. I think we talked about that before.
We
And
talked
I
about this when you lived in Acton. That
Acton.
was really.
Oh, you got it. Such a good memory. Absolutely.
I've got such a good memory that is bad for me. Like I wish I could forget some things.
I know, don't we all? Don't we all? There's things we don't want to remember, but we do.
I know
But it's all a part
exactly.
of life. I've lived a long life. I'm still going strong. You are just starting out in life and you've got a great career. We're talking about you as an entertainer. I mean, it goes back to La La Band a while ago, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You were actually on the
You've got a
road.
good memory too.
Yes, there you go. It's amazing that I do remember, but I do remember. And you were actually on the road. That was a big time touring band, correct?
Yes, we were on the road quite a lot. We got to the point where we would have no idea what city we were actually in. Like you would wake up in a different city and you'd be like, "Which city is it today?" And you would
Mhm.
worry about not saying the wrong name. I've always had a thing with that. It's like, please don't say the wrong name because that's just so embarrassing when people do it. It's happened to concerts that I've been
Mhm.
to,
Mhm.
and most artists would say "Hello Budapest" instead of Bucharest and stuff. So I've always tried to be careful about that one. But
Mhm.
no, I'm familiar with life in the back of the um what's it called, bus van
In the
tour
back.
bus,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
on the
tour
on the
bus.
tour bus. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the tour bus and it all gets like your spine doesn't even know what shape it's in anymore because you're just so used to like
Yep.
sleeping in a really weird position.
In a
So yeah,
small
I
bunk.
mean I obviously miss that a lot. Touring hasn't really been a thing in a while. But no, I don't miss the tiredness of it, but I do
Mhm.
miss
Mhm.
the energy and the what's next and like the adrenaline of everything. Yeah.
It's got to be fun. At the same time, it's got to be tiring.
It is a bit of both, and also is that
Yeah.
whole concept of like as an artist you don't really get to be tired. Is the whole idea of if someone's
Mhm.
paying X amount of money to see you, even though you're human and you can be tired or have a bad day or any of it, you
Mhm.
don't
Mhm.
really get to show it. You can't go up on stage and be like, "Hi guys, sorry today, I got divorced." So
Ah,
like you don't get to do that. You just have to
right, right.
be on your best game, really. So
Yeah, absolutely. So, describe your music for us.
oof. Describe my music, like just all of it, just in general.
Yeah.
I would say I like to experiment with it. So I would say I'm not the kind of person that would say I only sing this, I only talk about this, I only write about this. I would say I like to experiment and just kind of try different things and
Mhm.
see what works best. Because, for example, with the release before Serenade, so I released Serenade last, and then before Serenade, I did Never Have I Ever, and then before that I did Sign from God, and they're
Mhm.
all very different songs. So obviously, it's just nice to see that people can embrace the sexy side of
Mhm.
you, but they can
Mhm. Mhm.
also embrace like the really nostalgic side of you, or like the more childish side of you, or the more serious side of you. So it's just kind of nice to have all these not personalities necessarily, but just
Mhm.
different stories that you would like to tell. So I think with me, it's always been a case of I can be really sexy and glamorous, but I could also be just very simple and
Mhm.
authentic and
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
telling you my story and my feelings and how I think and
Mhm.
um
Do you prefer to be just yourself, or do you like it a little bit on the sexy side? Because when I watch the video of Serenade, which is the new release, and I highly recommend our viewers to go and check it out and to get your music, of course, because it's different. It's like I said before, it's not what I normally do, but you are an entertainer, you are a singer, you have a genre of music that is it's really good. And it's, to me, I mean, I'm watching the Serenade video and
You in your room at 2 a.m. just like
yeah,
getting on like a little dance.
I know, but see, that's what that song did to me. And
I mean,
I like it.
That's the thing with Serenade. Like, I wouldn't class that as like, that's who I am 100%. But when I first heard that song, I said, I need to do this song. I don't know if anyone else wants it or if anyone else is going to, be on it, perform on it. I heard it and I said, I want to try it out, because it was such a challenge for me to kind of go in that genre of just boldness and just like powerful. And I really, really wanted to try it out. And then I kind of fell in love with the song, and everyone that was listening to the demo was like, oh my God, that's a really cool track. And then like the whole video is just so interesting how all of my videos, I plan them in my head piece by piece, and then when they actually come out, they come out exactly how they happened in my head, because I obviously try to, of course, I work with other people and they help me direct things, but the main idea and all the mood boards and like, all of the clothes in the music video for Serenade, I knew exactly what I was going to wear. I knew exactly how I wanted the dance to look. I knew exactly when I wanted to do this or when I wanted to do that. Like, even though obviously I had someone choreograph it and I had someone film it, but everything comes from here first and then it happens. I don't really just say, hey, look, I've got a song, do whatever you want with it. I'm very specific. Like, I write my own lyrics, I co-write the music, and I try to obviously collaborate with people. But I'm really I'm a bit of a control freak, and I really enjoy to kind of have a say in what comes out as a product.
Right. This is what you're doing, though. You want it to be the way you want it. And that's the way it's got to be, or you're not going to be happy.
Yes. And I think, and even with the music video, normally you just let the director, after you film it, you just let the editors obviously edit the video. But I said, no. I said, I'm going to be there as long as it takes. It took us exactly, was it 40 hours, I think, I would say in total.
Wow.
Like, actually, it was 2 days when I don't know, we're going to do the maths later, but basically we met about 5 p.m. and then we went home at 7 a.m. the next day.
Oh my Lord.
On 2 different days, because I took every single frame. I went through every single second of that footage. And I said, I want these 2 seconds from here. I want that to be 0.1 seconds shorter. And like that whole video, it's just been frames picked one by one. And I never thought, I've never done that with any of my videos to that extent, like to that level of, and after doing that, I realized, God, that is such hard work. Like, being an editor and having to, because you look at a video and you think, oh, it's 3 minutes long. It probably didn't take that long to make it. Right. After the first 20 hours, we were done with, like, let's say the first minute of the song. We finished the first verse, pre-chorus and chorus, and it was 6 a.m. And it took us over 12 hours to just finish all of that. And I was thinking, it was frustrating me, because I was thinking, no one's actually going to know how long this took to actually put together. And now watching the video, I'm like, yeah, that was easy. That was this, that was that. And then I look back and I think, we were like, I have videos of us just laughing at 5 a.m. because we were so tired. Nothing was making sense. At some point I was looking at the screen and I didn't even understand what was happening. And we're both like, we really need to go home. I was going to say,
that would be the time to walk away.
There was a moment, I think it hit 6 a.m. and I wanted to change something. He said, Andrada, we shouldn't change this. I said, no, I just want to see what it looks like. And then the whole video got stuck and something happened. It started glitching or something. And he got mad at me, in my director. So he got mad at me, and then I got mad at the situation. And then we said, okay, let's just shut it down. Let's go home before we start fighting.
Yep.
So we just left because
Well,
it was
you got to do that sometimes. You just
no.
got to walk
Sometimes
away
you
from it.
really need to. I mean, in
Yeah.
life, you just need to know when to walk away. Just
Yeah.
advice for everyone.
But it's hard. But
But
it's
it's
hard to
hard. No,
walk
of
away.
course.
Yeah.
Because
Do-
you feel like, you feel like, oh God, like, we only have 1 minute left. We can do this. But then we realized, no, that's not how this works. It took us 12 hours to do that first minute. It's not going to
Mhm.
take us half an hour to finish the rest of it. So obviously there was a point where we just had to stop and just go
Right.
home.
Have
Yeah.
you always been this critical of yourself? Have you always, is this the Andrada that everybody
Yes.
knows, that she wants it?
Yes.
It has to be perfect and nothing but.
I mean, it's one of my, I'd say, biggest qualities and biggest flaws, 100%, because sometimes it's good to be a perfectionist, but also, therapy tells you that you can't be perfect, and like
Right.
not everything is supposed to be perfect. And if you're only ever gonna be happy and content with being perfect, you're never gonna be happy, kind of like a vicious cycle. So
Mhm.
yes, it's always been like my biggest quality / actually downfall, because I get really upset with not so much with other people.
Right.
I'm overly probably understanding with others, but not with myself. So when I have to do something, like let's say my biggest flaw would be this: I either do something or I don't, which is also bad, because sometimes you should
Mhm.
just like, do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit the next day. I'm the kind of person that if I start doing something at 8 p.m., I don't stop doing it until the next day at 5 a.m. when I could
Oh, wow.
actually just be doing bit by bit. And then on other days, I'm like, I don't have the energy to do any of this, and I do
Mhm.
nothing about it. It's either
Yeah.
everything or
You give it
nothing.
all or nothing.
And it's bad
Exactly.
sometimes, because sometimes, being on this island, taught me that sometimes you just gotta just chill out.
Where did you shoot the video for Serenade?
I filmed it in Bucharest. It's like this really big warehouse, like a really big warehouse. And we had to film it at night. So that was another stressful
Mhm.
thing about it, because we only had a certain amount of hours to get it done it in, because like the ceiling was obviously made out of glass. So when the light came out, then we had to stop. So most of that video, like so the dance was filmed first, because obviously you needed the most energy for it. So we
Yes.
started filming the dance about 9-10 p.m. and everyone was like, oh, it's just gonna just take about 2 hours. I knew that was never gonna take 2 hours. We finished filming the dance about 3 a.m. and then we only had 2.5 hours to
Oh,
shoot their
wow.
obviously my bits. And yeah, most of that video is just me trying to act all sexy whilst actually being sleep deprived. And it was about 4:30 when I filmed most
Yeah.
of the video.
And who was the guy in the video? The guy you're dancing with? Because he's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a professional dancer, so it's
Cool.
not like I just called up a friend being like, "Hey, do you want to dance with me?" No, he's a professional dancer. I've known him for a few years. I mean, for
Excellent.
many years, but we just kind of like reconnected when I needed to find someone for this video. And then obviously I told him what my vision was for the video, and I told him what the clothes and concept was going to be, and I told him specific moves that I wanted to have, but I kind of trusted him with everything else, because I knew that I'm like, obviously that's his job. I'm not a dance teacher. I don't teach,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I just let him do his thing. And then there were specific, like, the bit when he goes, like with that one, obviously I was like, look, when the ha comes in, we're gonna have to do this. Like it's just
That's
gonna have to
awesome.
happen. So yes, I tried to not be that controlling when it came to the choreography, but yeah, it came out
Well,
the way I wanted it to.
the end result is beautiful, and it's a great
I'm
song.
glad. I'm glad. I feel like that's the first video that I've actually not fully directed, but it was the first video where I was like, look, here's what's gonna happen. This is the bit when I'm gonna be doing this, and that. I'm gonna sit next to you for 40 hours, edit this, edit that. Like, I just feel like it was the first time when I actually trusted myself to fully take control more than ever, take control of the situation.
Did
So
you, when you were with La La Band, did you have this type of control? I mean,
I
were
didn't.
you
No,
No.
I had no control. Like obviously being signed and being having like a producer and a director and
Right. Right.
everyone, I had no control, absolutely no control over anything really. Like it would just be a case of, hey, here's your shoot day, here's the time you have to get there, the car is going to pick you up at this time.
Mhm,
You didn't
mhm.
get to have a say in anything such as I can't do it or I can't make it or I've got an emergency. Like life didn't exist at that point. It's like you have an emergency, goodbye. It was literally
Mhm,
that. It was like if
mhm.
you had to do something else that wasn't that,
Right.
then goodbye. It was as simple as that. So yes, that was pretty
Mm.
much, I mean, it is different now because it feels like I actually have control over my music and my lyrics and getting to release and sing what actually,
Mhm, mhm.
what actually suits me and what I want to be singing. Back then it was more a case of, here's something that you have to do, go and do it. It was
Right.
never a case of, would you like to do that? You
Right.
know?
Where can we get a hold of your music here in the States?
Spotify,
Yep.
YouTube, Apple
Okay.
Music, all of any of
All
the
of the above.
music, any of the music providers. Yes, my
Mhm.
music is on all of them. Obviously, I use Spotify the most.
Yes. And do you follow your
And
numbers on Spotify? Do you keep track of all
I
that, or is
keep
that a little too much?
I keep track sometimes, but obviously it varies. I think with Spotify it does go up and down because obviously
Mhm.
some months when you release a song, your numbers go up, and then when
Right.
obviously you don't release for a few
Yeah.
months, they go down. I mean, your followers can go up, but your monthly listeners just kind of vary depending on how many people are listening at that specific time. So they do fluctuate a
Mhm,
lot.
mhm.
But yeah, I'm not overly controlling in terms of, oh, I'm gonna check my numbers every day. That's
Right.
one thing that I think we spoke about this.
Yes.
We spoke about this last time of me just, I love the music and I love making music and I love the actual genuine side of it, but everything to do with the numbers and
Do you
followers and things and people is just, ugh.
yeah, do you sleep at all?
Is that you trying to say that I look tired?
No, I'm not saying that at all. All I know is that in a few text exchanges between us, it'd be like I'd send the text and I'd go, "Oh my God, it's like 4 in the morning where she is." But yet then you respond. I'm like, "Wait a minute."
Well, I just have this thing where my brain, I don't know whether it's just because I'm used to working with people from a different time zone or always having calls at night,
Mhm, mhm.
or because I enjoy just, I don't know, I'm not a morning person. Anyone can tell you that. The one thing, I'll tell you, the one thing that I couldn't do even whilst being here, and everyone loves being up early,
Mhm.
not even attempted it. I tried it once or twice and I felt awful. I ended up taking a nap. It's just, listen, people, I'm not a morning person and I don't think I will ever be unless I have kids and I have to wake up. But otherwise, God,
Right.
like it's just, the thing is, like, I don't sleep more than a normal person. So it's not like I get 12 hours of sleep um and I just sleep all day. It's more a
Right.
case of I'm so much more productive. Like I do all of the work that I have to do about 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 a.m.
Mhm, mhm.
And then
No, I get it.
I would rather go to bed at 3 a.m. and feel, the thing is, I feel like during the day, there's lots of stuff happening. You have someone messaging you, you have someone asking for something, you've got people
Sure.
running around making noises. And I feel like your brain cannot focus to the level that you would want it to.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
for me, it's like when it's quiet and when I know no one's gonna, and even if someone wants to look for me, it's like, well, it's 2 a.m. I don't have to respond. So it's more a case of, it's just peaceful. And I feel like my
Mhm.
brain,
Yeah,
for once, just gets a little break from everything. And I can, even though
exactly.
I'm still working, I feel like I can actually be productive. And like I said, I've never written a song in the middle of the day unless I was with someone in a writing session
Mhm.
having to write it. But if I'm at home and I have to write something, it's never going to be in the middle of the day, like, oh, I'm just gonna write a sad
Mhm.
song at 12 p.m. It doesn't.
You don't write a sad song at 12 p.m.
No, not
You
really,
know,
unless
and
you're
most
really, really, really depressed.
yeah, exactly, and hopefully that's not the case. But um, entertainers, most entertainers are not morning people. for obvious reasons. So
I do talk to people about that, and I've talked to obviously my artist friends, and they all say,
mhm,
"Oh my God, no one understands that. Like, why does no one get that? It is an artist
right.
thing, and it really is. I know, I have director friends, I've got music friends, actor friends,
Mhm,
people from the arts world, and we all agree on one thing, that we are just so used to our brains overthinking and being creative at night that we're
mhm.
just not morning people.
It's
It is just
understandable.
what it is. Yeah.
Totally.
And obviously you have to be up during the day, and if I have to, for example, if I have to go for shoots and stuff, like obviously when I film for a different series or different shows or whatever, all of the time you have to be up in the morning. No one's gonna accommodate your sleeping
Sure.
patterns
Sure.
because your brain's weird.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's really hard. Like I know when I have shoot days, I have to be in bed by 11 p.m. and
But
it's
I bet you
terrible.
don't sleep well.
I don't. And I
See?
honestly, when I wake up
Yeah.
in the morning, I feel terrible. It takes me
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
of hours
Yeah.
to actually feel like a human being. And I mean, I'm not saying that waking up late makes me feel any better, but it's just a case of no matter what time I wake up, I never feel good in the morning. It's always a case of I always feel good when I go to sleep and I get to meditate and listen
Mhm,
to my
mhm, mhm,
headspace stuff or whatever, just kind of
mhm, mhm.
just relaxing, and I go to bed feeling calm, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh no, it's morning again, what's going on? It's just too much. So yeah, it's definitely an artist thing. I don't know if anyone on your podcast has said this. Maybe it should be a question
Almost
for you to
everybody has. I'll tell
okay,
you
that's
because,
yeah,
most of the people that I talk to are artists
yeah.
and they're out doing their gigs, doing whatever till late at night. Then they get done with that and they're wound up and they're going to sit down, they're going to write, they're going to do something else. They don't go to bed till 5, 6, 7 a.m. sometimes and sleep
And
all
you
day.
know what the most annoying part is? The part that I hate the most, and I feel like people could relate, is when people say things like, "Oh, good morning, sunshine." And I'm like, "Look, I went to bed 5 hours ago. Give me a break." It's like, obviously, if you go to bed at, let's say, 5 a.m. or something, and then you wake
Mhm,
up at 12,
mhm.
it looks like you've slept a lot, when in reality, you just got
You haven't.
about 7 hours, the
And it's
same amount
probably
as
not even quality sleep. So,
probably not. Yeah, you don't exactly feel
yeah.
rested. And then someone would be like, I know my parents do it, when I'm at home. And I would be up till God knows what hour doing things. And I wake up and then they're like, oh, good morning, sunshine. I'm like, give me a break. Yeah, my theory is
Yeah.
as long as you get the stuff done. Obviously, I'm not
Yeah.
saying stay up till 5 watching Netflix and binging shows. I mean, you can do that too. No one's judging, but I'm saying don't make a habit out of it. But if you get the workload done,
Mhm,
it
mhm,
doesn't
mhm,
matter when you got it done, as long as it's
mhm.
done when it has to be done. And I've never not gotten something done when I
Are
have to.
you an only child?
No, I'm not. No. Why do I strike you as one?
No, no, no. I'm just asking. I just
No, I'm not an only
no.
child.
How
Mm-mm.
many? How many in your family?
I've got a stepsister, and she's older than
Very
me,
nice.
and I've
Okay.
got a brother, and he's also older than me, so I'm the baby in the family.
Are they entertainers? Are they?
No, I think we speak about this. I'm not sure if
Now
we have.
that I don't recall.
Um, no
I
one in my family, they have zero like artistic talent. Like if you ask them to sing,
no.
go don't. It's
Well,
like
I can't
don't ask them to
sing.
sing. Yeah, no one in my family can sing at all. It's just no one's a performer. I don't have anyone in the family who's in the business. Like I'm
Mhm,
not
mhm.
some, my mom's a star or whatever. Like I no, I'm the only person in the family who has any artistic,
And where do
views.
you, where? What got you into this many years ago when you started? I mean, if you're it's not a family thing, so it must have just been something you were interested in doing,
It
and
was, I
you
think,
just kind of
I mean, the
took it
thing
and
is, I wouldn't
ran with
blame
it.
you if you don't remember, but like every single interview I've ever done is like, I know this story by heart. And basically, I'll give you the long story short of it.
Okay, all right.
We were on a holiday. We were going to Turkey. I was in the car singing, 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 like
Mhm.
everything. Like I have, like you said, a really good memory, and I would remember. I knew English at that point, but not as in actually knowing what the hell I was singing.
Right.
And driving all the way from Romania to Turkey is like a long drive. So obviously,
Yeah.
imagine how many songs have have been played on the radio, and obviously I was singing most of them and just
Mhm.
kind of jamming to them, um, and obviously being in the car with my family, they were listening to me, and it wasn't entirely annoying. Apart from my brother was like, "I'm gonna kill her! Like I'm gonna kick
Tell
her
her
out
to
the
shut
car!
up.
I'm gonna throw her out the window!" And it was so hot as well. Like imagine summer in Turkey,
Mhm.
and so yeah, after we got back from Turkey, my mom, I mean, in Turkey, my mom
Mhm.
said, you don't actually sound bad. Like I didn't mind listening to you singing. And we got back home, and then she decided to, I think it was a summer before I was going to school. So it was the summer before I was going to school. And obviously you were doing singing lessons, just basic singing lessons in
Mhm.
school. And the teacher said, I've got a really good voice. And then my mom said, okay, I'm going to take her to some actual classes, and then I joined a choir, and then we
Mhm.
started performing songs and things. And my mom, whenever she listens to Magic FM, which is like a radio that plays like older songs,
Uh-huh.
whenever she hears I Dreamed the Dream, because that's the no, no, not I Dreamed the Dream, wait, what is it? I Had a Dream, not I Dreamed the Dream. I Had a Dream by, is it ABBA? I think the one that goes, I had a dream.
I'm not really sure, to be totally
Okay,
honest with you, but
but yeah, that
okay.
song, um that was the first song I've ever sang like in an actual environment of like a professional setting.
Okay.
And whenever that song comes on, my mom's like, "That's the first song you've ever
Mm.
sang. Do you remember?" And I remember exactly what I was wearing and everything about it. Um, so yeah, that's kind of how it all started. Like it all started with just me starting to take, singing
Yep.
lessons and um, just performing. And then I started going to all these festivals and international things and national things. And I started winning some. I mean, obviously, it
Yep.
was a case of first prize, second
Mhm.
prize, third
Mhm.
prize, and I
Mhm.
actually started winning things. So that's when it all became. It's really funny because the more serious it got, the more scared I got. Like at first, I was like, "Nah, whatever. It's a festival. I'm gonna go do my thing, go back home, stop at McDonald's and get a prize." And that's, I didn't care about actual prizes.
Mhm.
um and then the more I got into it, and obviously when you start winning things, people get used to you being a good, like, oh, she's the competition. And the pressure was insane. Like I
Mhm.
remember there was one time before I went on stage, I peed myself. I promise you, not even joking, I actually did pee
Scared to
myself
death. I got you.
a tiny bit. I don't know, I was just so stressed out. Like obviously my mom, because you were asking me about like being a perfectionist, like my mom's put, and she's always been like that, she always put lots of pressure on me,
Mhm.
expecting me, like she would always be like, I want you to be perfect, I want you to be perfect, you need to be perfect. So obviously before you go on stage, you're like, oh shit, like, oh, I have to be perfect. So yes, I did pee myself a little bit. um
Well, it's the nerves.
yeah.
I totally get it, and with your mom putting the pressure on you, and it's
Yes, no, it
probably,
was definitely stressful.
yeah.
It got stressful, and then obviously Eurovision happened, and then
Mhm.
I remember when I auditioned for La La Band. um God, I remember like genuinely holding on to, like, it was obviously there were like 30,000 people auditioning for this. Like, let's not even kid ourselves. It was
Mhm.
nuts. So I was like, out of 30,000 people, who's gonna take me? Spoiler alert, they did. But no, I was like, there's 30,000 people. I don't stand a chance. I could hear people singing. I was like, oh, that person's better, whatever. And I remember before I actually went into the audition room, I was holding on to the walls. I was like, I honestly, I felt just, there was just too much happening. Like
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
it's always been a case of, no matter, I've done this since, what, it's been now 10, 15, almost 15 years of me doing this, and it
Okay.
never gets easier. No matter how many performances you've done or how many times it doesn't get any easier. And that really scares me. It's like, when is it gonna get less? Like the nerves you could be the best singer out there. If you are nervous, you're gonna you're never gonna, like, your performance is
Well,
never gonna be as good as if you felt relaxed. Because obviously it's a case of, when you're nervous, you can't breathe properly, and the most important part about singing is having breath control. So
mhm.
if you're freaking out, you're just gonna sound like
Well,
this.
right, freaking out is one thing, being nervous is another. But yes, you're right to a certain extent. I know I've been doing this a long time, and I go on stage and I introduce a lot of acts, a lot of bands, what have you, here in the United States. And it doesn't matter how long I've been doing it, there's still that little bit of nervousness. Okay, here we go. Here we go. But I
Yeah.
got to tell you, the minute I have that microphone in my hand, the minute I welcome the crowd and I hear it,
Yeah, I
I
think it's
calm
just you're
right down.
overthinking, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the thing of is
Yeah.
that worry like, what if people aren't gonna like me? What if I mess up? What
It's
if I
always
do
the what
something
ifs.
wrong?
Yes.
Yes, and then obviously you end up performing, and
Mhm,
I know the
mhm,
same thing is like you would be scared shitless about doing it,
mhm,
and then
mhm,
you eventually do it, and you
mhm,
realize,
mhm, mhm.
wait, whilst you're doing it, you forget about it. You're so focused on the actual thing you're doing, and mid
Right.
performance, you're not gonna worry about it. But yeah, I think it's preempting it. That's the worst
Mhm.
part. 100%. I think whilst you're doing it, you're not thinking about what you're doing. But
Did I just get
before
blurry?
you go blurry, yeah. I thought it was just my
Oh,
internet. I
now
didn't
we're
want
better. Nope,
no.
I'm better. I don't know. It must be the cam, but it's
Yeah, I
all
think
good.
maybe,
I don't know.
yeah.
But no, that's interesting. And it's interesting to hear that from you because I know you're still really young. You started at a young age. You've got a hell of a future. Man, I tell you, you're taking off and your music is just really phenomenal. I really respect you. And I'm so glad that we were able to talk here months ago. We got
Yes.
hooked up through our mutual friend, Jeff. So, it's just,
Hi, Jen.
yeah, I know exactly. He'll be calling me as soon as I get done tonight. Well, I didn't know you were talking to Andrada.
Oh yeah, I should
Yeah.
probably told him. Oh God, he's gonna kill me now. I
No,
didn't
no,
even
no.
get to.
Nope. Oh, how did
Oh,
I
you're
see?
blurry again. What's going
I
on?
don't know. See, then if I move, I got the Andrada
I'll
movement here.
I got the moves like
I've got
Jack.
the
I
move.
got
I
the
get the
moves.
moves like Jag. That's right. That's right. Little Maroon 5 doesn't hurt anybody.
I'll teach you the choreography for Serenade if that's
Is
what.
there, we talk about, I just mentioned Maroon 5. Are there certain groups that you really get into? Any from the United States? I know you being over where you are, and,
Mhm.
we have our two different worlds, but we're all one, if that
I
makes any
mean,
sense.
all of the music that happens around the world is from the States, mostly, let's be
Yeah.
honest. So it's not like
Okay.
we listen to our own music. I mean, obviously, you would listen to some of your own artists, but mostly all of the music that's in the tops and trends in the States would be
Mhm, mhm.
everywhere. Um, so yeah, well, you were asking me if I have a specific
Yeah,
band.
because you were singing like moves like Jagger, and I'm thinking about Maroon
I
5. Is
do, yeah,
that,
I do like Maroon 5. I
yeah?
would say my favorite band in terms of a band is One Republic.
Oh,
So I would
nice. Okay.
definitely say One Republic is one of my favorites. I don't know why. I feel like I just have so many memories that have happened,
Mhm, mhm,
like, during their albums or listening to their albums. So like it reminds me of London or reminds me of a project or a thing
mhm,
or and
mhm,
and I don't know. I just really like One Republic. And in terms of artists, obviously I know all of the artists in them. Like if
mhm.
I didn't know the artist I was supposedly competing with, then what am I even doing here? So yeah, no, I'm fully aware of what's
Um,
trending and
yeah.
being in
It
the chart right now.
If you
Yeah.
could, be on stage with anybody or open up for anybody or share the
Oh,
stage with somebody, who would that be?
Harry Styles.
Oh,
It's
look,
gotta be,
listen to you,
honestly,
girl.
don't even look at my face. Like, oh,
I know, you're
honestly,
already blushing. What's going
I
on here?
know. No, you didn't even have to like finish the question. I've been asked that
Yeah.
before. It's like, oh, who would you like to open up for? Like Harry Styles. Like,
Mhm.
uh, I know it's a really cliche thing to say, but
It's alright.
it's not the looks. It's not the looks. As an artist, I see the way he performs and like it's a specific
Mhm,
charm.
mhm.
It isn't even the looks. He's not like, oh my god, it's so hot or whatever. It's just like, when
You go
someone's got
beyond that.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the, like Shawn Mendes, for example. I'm not like, oh my God, Shawn Mendes, because I feel like
Yeah.
he's a pretty boy, of course. He's got really good music and he's got a very good voice. But
Sure.
Harry Styles has just got something about him and the way he performs and the way he's just so casually just God. Like,
Mhm,
it's just like it's effortless. That's the word. It's
mhm,
just effortless. Everything about his performances is just, I'm cool and I know it and you're gonna love it. And like that's the kind of vibe I want to obviously bring
mhm,
when
mhm.
when I'm on stage. But yes, to
No,
answer your
no, I got you, and I wanna make sure that that website that's right down there, you'll see it. I want our viewers to go check it out, AndradaPopa.com, because you're gonna find out about this young lady,
I mean, all
right
of my
here.
songs and videos and things are
Yeah,
in there. So
and
obviously all of my life is in there.
you will see for yourself how talented she is, and,
Oh,
When was the last time you made a trip to the States? I know it's been difficult because of the pandemic and all that. It's been a little bit though,
Don't
right?
even, it's embarrassing. I was gonna come in October, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't get my vaccine yet. I haven't gotten it yet, so everyone was kind of advising me against it. They said, look, you either get it, or if you come here, you're not gonna be able to eat
Yeah.
or go into restaurants or see
Yep.
people. And it's just like, it's quite a lot of money, obviously, to travel, and to get
Right.
all the tests done and everything. So it's more of a case of making that decision first.
Mhm, mhm. I know it's
Yes,
to each their own, and I
yes,
totally understand that, and I respect,
yes. So
I
I think that's the
yeah.
main thing right now, is just kind of deciding what I want to do
Yeah, because
about
you're
it.
not, here in the States, there depending on where you go, I know there's a lot of pros and a lot of cons about this whole
Yes, I
vaccine
mean,
thing,
we have a whole
but
thing in Romania, obviously, because
yeah,
only 30% of the population wanted to get the vaccine, and there's a
yeah.
massive division between people, and
Yep.
obviously people who don't want to get the vaccine call the other idiots, and the other way around. I don't think
Yep.
it's really what it is. I don't think there's like a black and white situation. But no, it's definitely like it's caused divisions between me and my friends. Like, one of my
Oh, yeah.
friends is going nuts about it, and she's having a go at me over not having it.
Everybody's got their own opinion, and I
It's
respect
they're
that.
very. I think it went from opinions to aggression. It really
Mhm.
has. It went from, are you getting the vaccine, to why aren't you, or why are you, or it feels like
Mhm.
it's gone
Mhm.
past asking. It's more of a judgment at this point, and it feels like it's like a team of, you know anti-vax, and then there's a
Mhm.
team
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
go and do it. No, it's definitely, it's just a
Yeah.
constant conversation, a constant
Yeah, it's something to
constant
think
thing.
about and consider. I mean, you being an entertainer and doing what I mean, the choice is yours, and I'm to me,
Yes
that's
and
you.
no. I feel like at this point, it kind of isn't. I used to
Yeah.
say that, but I think it's affecting my life so much. And I know with traveling, I've spent so much more money than I normally would on getting tested all the time. I had to obviously pay for tests. Like now, when I'm going back to London, I have to pay for a day 2 test, a day 8
Yep.
test, a
Yep.
pre-departure test, a day
Yep.
5 test. It's
It
all
all
gonna come
adds
to
up. It's crazy.
it's probably gonna be about £200, and that's more than anything else that you would kind of be paying for. Um,
Mhm.
so I think, yeah, it's like, obviously it's not the money that's the issue in that sense. It's obviously whether you want to do it or not. But
Right.
it does make, and that's the whole point. They are making your life harder without it, so you do get it. And then in the same respect, in
Yes.
Romania, you can't go into a restaurant without a vaccine. You can't go into the mall without a vaccine. Like at this point, if I don't get it, my life in Romania is just
It
over practically.
it's yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the thing is this: my movie's gonna come out in January,
Mhm.
and obviously it's going to be in a cinema. A cinema is in a mall. I don't have a vaccine. So
You
you're
won't be
saying,
able to
oh, it's your choice if you want to get it, but then it kind of isn't, because if it affects my work and it
mhm,
affects my
mhm,
professional life, obviously it's
mhm, mhm.
whatever I say or want or not want to, it's just a case of I have to comply with the with the
Right.
current
This is
situation. So
this is something we could talk about forever, but it's what you do is your business, and I respect you for your thoughts and your decisions and all that. I mean, but you said it yourself because of what you do and who you are. You're kind of strapped if you don't do something.
yes, because
So,
if you can't meet a person, or you can't go to a concert, or you can't
mhm,
have a concert, or you can't perform in a specific place
right,
or do your job,
right.
obviously you just have to, do you want to do your
Mhm,
job, or
mhm.
do you want to?
Right, right, exactly. Tell us, let's shift gears here a little bit. You mentioned the
Yeah, I
movie.
don't want to talk about
No,
this.
I know, neither do I, neither do
I'm
I.
not I'm not like an expert. I'm not gonna like start telling
Neither am
people.
I. So, but it's interesting to hear how you think and what, is going through your mind about all this and being who you are. But I want to find out about, you just mentioned the movie that's going to be out. Tell us a little bit about that.
So the movie's finally coming out. The movie that I filmed last summer, obviously was supposed to come out at the beginning of this year. They decided not to because the cinemas were closed. And
Mhm.
actually, now thinking about it, oh God, what if they're gonna postpone it again? God, because no one saw this whole wave happening all over again.
Uh-huh.
So it's supposed to come out in January, end of January. So I'm hoping by then the situation is gonna be better, because otherwise it's gonna be postponed again. So yes, the movie, it should come out in cinemas end of Jan.
Yeah.
And then, on other, probably on TV later on, a few months later, in other platforms that shall not be named.
Mhm.
But yes, no, I'm really excited about it. Like that was like one of the best experiences of my life, just being on set, filming it for
Oh,
three
I
weeks.
bet.
And I remember like, it was just, I always class that as, it was just that feeling of, how you asked me earlier about, do you feel like you had control when you were in La La Band or whatever?
Right.
Sometimes it's good not having to have control. Like, God, I didn't have to worry about anything. Costumes, done. Makeup, someone else is doing it for me.
Mhm.
Hair, someone else is doing it for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Food, I don't have to worry about. Like, if apart from doing my job and obviously learning my lines and being good at my job and just being professional on set, apart from taking care of myself and being and showing up and being good, I had to do nothing. And it felt great. Like, people just asking you, what would you like to eat today? And you'd be like, I would like this. And they'll get it for you. And it's like, oh. So, no,
I've
I would
tried that.
say
It doesn't work there.
okay. Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes it does, mostly doesn't
No,
work like
I'm
that. But when
kidding.
you're on set, of
Yeah.
course, you can. I mean,
Yeah.
we had like so many nights of filming in the woods. And there was one night, it was 4 a.m. We were all just starving and it was cold and it was terrible. And someone said, oh, I think we're going to go to McDonald's. Like, do you guys want anything? And everyone was like, oh, please get us this, get us that, or whatever. And honestly, I'm telling you, we are all performers. We were all actors, singer, whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't think any of us were ever that happy than when the guy came with all the burgers and stuff and like started like throwing them out. And we were all like, oh my God, this is like the best moment of my life. I'm like, guys, we've performed in front of thousands of people. And is this what we class as the best moment of our life? This is embarrassing. But I think honestly, when like you've got spiders all over you and like
Yeah.
mosquitoes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's cold and you're hungry and it's late and in that specific moment,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. That was the best moment of our
Yeah,
life. So no,
exactly.
I think those 3 weeks were just, I was doing what I love and with amazing people, great vibes, great conversations. Just
Mhm. Mhm.
it was great. And like I said, the fact that I had to worry about nothing but myself. Oh, isn't
Pretty
that a
nice.
treat?
What
Yeah.
is the what's the name of the movie?
It's called so I think the translation of it is gonna be The Rope, because obviously
Okay.
that's kind of what the movie is
And
about.
and what is it? You say the rope, but what would without it being translated? What
Oh, it's gonna be, oh God, it's gonna be legati, which means, I
Ligazzi.
mean, it means
Ligazzi.
tied. It means tied up. It means like
Okay.
tied together. That's what
Okay.
it means. Yeah.
Okay. And what role did you play in the movie?
I mean, I'm not sure how much I can,
Okay. All
say,
right.
but no,
Okay. Well,
I
no, if it's
am
a problem, don't.
no,
I
I
don't
mean,
want to
no,
get you in
it's
trouble.
not. I'm for once not a bad character. I always get cast as the bitchy young person because for some reason that's what my face suggests.
I
But
don't think
no,
so, but
all of the series that I've done, like
mhm.
since the movie as well, like I've been filming for some series as well, and I've always been cast as like 17-year-old daughter who's bitchy about this, who's upset about that, who's doing
Mm.
whatever. So this movie was my first experience as being cast as a non-baddie. It was
You're a good person.
interesting. Yeah, I'm a good person. Like I even chose to wear glasses. Like I have like Harry Potter glasses and like looking a bit geeky because I was like, you know what? If I have the opportunity to, for once, not play a bad, nasty character, I want to go full out. I don't even care if I don't look good in this movie. I'm gonna go and embrace this Harry Potter look. So yeah, I'm. They gave me some really cool clothes and like some really
Awesome.
just I have a cool vibe, but I'm like a good person, and I would probably
That's
say I'm
awesome.
one of the main. I mean, everyone in the movie kind of has this, so we're all in the movie at the same time. There's not really
Mhm.
many scenes with like with 2x2s. It's all happening with everyone like tied together. You can kind of get the gist of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would say like, yeah, like I'm one of the main people. Like I'm in the entire movie from beginning to end. So
That's
obviously
pretty cool.
I'm not just like a guest appearance, hi, goodbye. I am actually in the movie.
Does it does it make you nervous to go into a theater and watch?
I watched it
yourself
actually. I watched it.
and
We
kind of
had
go, "Oh
the
my God, I can't believe I look like that," or "I can't believe
oh,
I did that," or
I was full on judgmental. Like I went to see it. So we had like a premiere, but just like for the cast and crew.
yeah.
Uh, and I was able to take a +1. So I took my mom, which is very surprising because normally I would just be like, God, I hope, I'm too terrified of
Uh-huh.
having someone watch me whilst being next to me at the same time.
Right.
So we went to see the premiere, and I've seen the movie before that on like a really tiny screen, like a laptop screen
Uh-huh.
when we watched it initially. And obviously the experience wasn't as intense because it was just on a laptop. But when I actually got into the cinema on this, like seeing the movie on the big screen, and when I first saw my face, I was like, oh my God, I literally had that moment of, I can't back out of this right now. I realized I have to watch this movie. My
Yeah.
mom's here, the entire cast and crew and people, and everyone's watching this at the same time, because before that we only watched it in like 2s and 3s and COVID and whatever.
Mhm, mhm.
um so it was a very, just chilled environment. But when you actually sit in the cinema and you realize you have to watch yourself on the screen for a good an hour and a half or 2 hours, and you can't just leave because there's like
Right.
this scene that I was obviously worried about. um
Uh-oh.
that's a
One of
bit more.
those scenes.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It was it was like a bit of, an intense scene, and I was thinking, my mom's next to me, and like she's gonna watch this, and everyone else, like obviously no one has, like
Mhm.
there were people in that room that have never watched the scene, never seen, like obviously everyone was taunting me about it the entire time we're at the shoot, but
Mhm.
no one's really seen it. Like it was a very private thing. And yeah, it was a really stressful
Yeah.
experience,
I
because I thought I could cope with it better, and I obviously coped with it in the end. But I don't know, just seeing myself on screen and knowing exactly when I'm gonna show up, which scene I'm gonna be in, knowing
Mhm.
exactly when my
Mhm.
face is gonna
Mhm.
whatever. And
Totally.
obviously I
Mm.
started getting judgmental with the way I look and the way I this and the way I that, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get some plastic surgery, like.
Come on. Look in the mirror because you are very beautiful and you're very talented. Exactly. I mean, you are Andrada Papa, and it just like I said before, you got it all going. You do. You've got the music, you've got the acting, you've got it all. You're going to be graduating finally
I'm
from
actually, if you're gonna
London.
laugh about this, but I'm actually doing a master's degree.
What? When are you going to find time, Andrada?
I'm
When are you
doing
going to find
I'm
time?
doing it. I'm doing it right now. Like I'm in Portugal and I'm doing a freaking master's degree in Romania. I was like, what?
Oh,
It's
well,
online, but yeah,
still, I'll give you a lot of credit that it's a lot of hours and you're working very hard at your life. And
yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, it was a really random decision. Like it was 11:59 when I put in my application on the last day of I was having basically 10 p.m. I discussed with my mom about my life and what I was doing and whatever, and places and things and whatever.
uh-huh.
And she said, I know this is what you want to be doing with your life, but it's always good to have a second degree. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I don't really have time for it. And she was like, well, just look into it and just see what you want to do. And we realized that was the last day that you could actually apply for a master's program. And I said, there's no way, mom, I could apply. It's like I literally 2 hours
Mhm,
left. It's
mhm,
the
mhm,
last day of admissions.
mhm,
There's no way I can write a whole essay, scan my diploma from uni, send my all of the stuff that you had to put in. I started writing an essay, like an actual admission essay at
mhm.
10:30 p.m. I finished it at 11:30 p.m. 1,000-word essay.
Oh my God.
I submitted my entire application. I don't even remember what I wrote in that freaking essay. I just blabbed. Like I just literally just, like, when you like throw up and like on a
Yeah,
piece of
yeah,
paper, that
yeah.
was
Oh,
me.
yeah. Oh my
So I just
lord.
like, I think I just like in I can't put this any nicer. I vomited my brains onto that essay. I had no
I
idea what
believe
I
it.
was writing. And then at 11:59 I submitted my application. I was missing two things, and then the next day the faculty, like the university, they called me and they were like, oh, we're missing this and that, like you're not going to be able to go through with your application unless you get this done by today. Started running around town, like actually taking this seriously, because I thought, you know what, I spent all this time writing an essay, I might as well try and get it done and see if I'm going to get in. And I had no expectation to actually get in. It was a joke. Like, me applying for this master's was me just trying to trying to do it. And then I didn't even look on the day when they announced who got in. I didn't even look. I didn't really care. I'm not like that passionate about it. And my mom called me and she was like, "You got in." And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "You're kidding me." I was like, "No way." I was like, "Now I have to do this." So yeah, basically everything closed down afterwards because of COVID. And now I'm practically doing it like every month. I mean, Monday to Thursday, I've got like 3 hours every day. And I'm doing a master's degree in like, advertising
Amazing.
and marketing and communications, because I
Yeah.
thought, you know what, I'm an artist, I should know what I'm freaking doing. And if someone's doing it for me and I'm gonna end up paying people to do this for me, I might as well know what they're supposed to be doing or do it myself. So yeah, it's
Wow,
like,
girl,
it's
Wonder Woman. That's your new name, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, and Regina said nothing sexier than a smart, talented,
Oh,
beautiful woman.
oh,
So,
thank you. You
and
got all of them in there: smart, talented, beautiful, and
that's
and
you.
sexy.
That's you.
Yeah.
And if you're going into communications and all that, hey, we'll do a podcast together. You could be like my co-host. We could
I
do a
would love
podcast
that.
and we'll bring a guest on. Anytime you want to do that, you let me know because we can
Are
make
you
it
kidding
happen.
me?
I'm not
Oh my
kidding.
God, I would love that. I honestly, like, I think
Just like you
I
need
mean,
something
I
else to
always
do,
talk
but
a lot,
still.
but I think it's you and me. I think our conversations are always the longest because you know how to ask the questions. And like, I've always
I
been
don't know
done.
about that, but I am I just rattle. Sometimes
Yeah,
I
but so
don't
do I. And that's why we're the perfect combo. Because I've been on interviews where they don't really like kind of keep going. And it's like,
nah, yeah.
I can't really just keep
And
blabbing unless someone asks me to.
yeah, you're going to learn this and you probably already know this, but because you're getting your masters in communication, journalism, what have you, but um it's I forgot what I was going to say now, but it's a podcast is a conversation.
Mm,
We go on even when I'm on the air, when I work my full-time job at the radio station, I don't talk to people. I talk with people. I don't talk down to people. I talk with them. You and I, you're in Portugal. I'm in Syracuse, New York. We are just having a conversation. We're talking like
yes.
we've known each other for years. And it's only been a few months. But
Yes.
still, I
Yes.
mean,
No,
and
and the
that's
thing,
why it works.
the truth is, I've been on shows before, like TV shows, and I have been in situations where I felt like I was being looked down on in terms of, they
See.
have all these guests coming on and they obviously have to go through each one of them and they don't really care and they have no idea who's actually coming on the show. And you can tell sometimes, you can feel that they care. They don't care about who's on the show or what they've done. And they ask the questions that they see on the prompter. They say,
Right,
okay,
right,
thank you for
right.
singing this, good luck or whatever. But you just feel like there's no actual humanity to it. It's just all, going to
There's
the
no
job.
real connection. There's no
No, and you
connection.
feel terrible. The thing is, like, I don't, as much as I know we've been talking for like an hour now, but like, I
Has it?
don't
Oh my
enjoy
God,
talking.
58 minutes, by the way.
I know. I don't enjoy talking about myself. Like, whenever I'm around people and let's say they find out what I'm doing or what my job is or what my career is or whatever, I don't enjoy telling people, like, oversharing or like telling people, oh, I've done this and I've done that and I've whatever. So it's a case of, if I'm doing an interview and I know the other person isn't interested in what I have to say and it's only because they're only listening because they have to,
Mhm.
God, I feel terrible. And like, even when they ask you, so how did this song perform, or like, what have you been doing with this song or whatever, if I feel like that person isn't genuinely interested in what I have to say, it makes me feel weird to even say
Mm.
it because it sounds like
Yeah.
I'm bragging when I'm actually not. So,
Right.
if I
Right.
was like, oh, I'm so excited because I performed performed for Live X Live with John Mayer and all
Mhm,
this stuff.
mhm, mhm.
But there was a time when I was like, oh, I want to say all these things, but I can tell you are kind of looking down on me. So if I start telling you that I've performed, at this really big festival and whatever, I just kind of feel like you're gonna be like, oh, who do you think you are then?
Yeah, right,
So
right.
I don't know. I think it's really important to talk to people that actually have a background on you and they actually genuinely like you as an artist. Because if they're only
Mhm,
interviewing you
mhm.
because it's their job, you can 100% feel it, and you're 100% gonna feel like, oh God, I don't want to talk about myself because they're gonna think I'm
Well, I'm going to talk about you.
Oh, ooh. Wait, when can we talk about you though?
What do you want to ask? Right here. I'm sitting right here. What do you want to ask?
How's Zach doing?
You remember?
Of course, I
Zach
watched your
is-
video the other day. I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
you did like a podcast thing, and I was watching that. Hey, yeah, I
This
watched it.
this is because we love baseball here.
Who's your team?
Well, we have the New York Mets, and matter of fact, that was at the stadium when we're in the pandemic, and they wouldn't, capacity was limited, so they put cutouts in the seats. So Zach had this was the cutout that was in the stadium in the seat. I don't know. It's
That's
hard
so
to see.
cool. No, I can
No,
see
it
it.
is
I can
cool.
totally see it. Yeah.
Yep.
No,
It's
I saw
very
the
cool.
video of you guys, and you always show up on my feed, and I sometimes
Oh.
watch to see what you guys are doing. So I was just wondering.
Anytime we do that and you want to pop in.
Oh, I think I did at some point, but I'm not sure if I said anything. I definitely
No.
did, or maybe I watched it when I don't think it was live at that point. I think I watched it after.
Maybe afterwards. But if
yes.
we're ever on live, you can always pop in. I'll see that you come on.
Oh,
But
I'll be
no,
like,
Zach is doing
"Oh."
great. He's going to be 21 on November 29th. So
Nice. I'm gonna be actually. I'm not gonna tell you my age. No, it's my birthday next week.
I already know your age.
Oh yeah. Actually, I did say that. No, I'm gonna.
No,
it's
you
my
didn't
birthday
say it,
next
but
week.
I think it's in your bio. So,
Is it in my
anyways,
bio?
I don't know.
Oh,
I might
yeah,
be
oh,
wrong.
well.
I might be wrong.
But yeah, I am.
But that's what amazes me about you, because you're still very young and you are doing so much. You are.
I mean, I look younger than I actually am as well, which kind of helps in this industry.
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, I'm.
just
I'm
keep
actually
doing what
gonna
you're doing.
spend my birthday away, so it's gonna be.
Really? It's next week.
Yes.
What day?
4th of November. If you guys want to wish me happy birthday,
And I will. Absolutely.
I'm a Scorpio. Just wow.
There you go. And I know we've been out here for about an hour, so I'm gonna let you go because it's in the middle of the night there.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm not gonna be going to bed in the next.
No, that's right. Let's go back to what we were talking about.
You know what the funniest thing is? The funniest thing is that like my best friend, she lives in Australia, so you can imagine what time zones we actually have. Like she's 8 hours from here, like into the future. But when I'm at home, obviously it's even worse. It's like 10 hours. And it's just so funny how we get to speak every day because our time schedules are so random that obviously, when I'm awake, when I should be asleep, I'm awake, and then she wakes up early, but then she sleeps. We make it work. And I think if I was a morning person, she wouldn't be my best friend because we wouldn't have time to talk. So it's I'm probably gonna end up, texting her after this and just being like, "Hey, of course I'm awake. What's been going on in the last 3 hours?"
I interviewed an artist that was in Sydney, Australia, and it was in the evening like it is here, but yet it was midday. She was at lunch in Australia. And it's like, wow, you could see the sun outside, and she was like, yeah, here's, the opera house and this and that. And
yeah, exactly. Because now it's, what is it? It's like 8, it's like 9 a.m. So it's 9 a.m. where she is. Obviously she's wide awake because it's morning. So it actually works really well. I think if she wasn't there, it wouldn't really work for me. Which is really interesting that you can actually have such a strong friendship with someone who lives on a different continent and you can actually make the time
maybe that's a good
to speak every day. And we always say this, it's like, if someone tells you they don't have the time to speak to you, we live on different continents and we talk to each other every single day. And it's like, there's no excuses. If you want to talk to someone, you'll talk to someone.
You got it right, Andrada. You are just so awesome. And I love talking to you. And the main reason we got you on tonight is to talk about your new project. Serenade is out. Wherever you get your music from, if you're on Spotify, just look up Andrada Popa. You can go to the website.
Actually, just look Andrada, because Andrada, I have like 2 different Spotify profiles because I also I work for different cinematic movie companies, whatever. So whenever they release songs for movies and trailers and things, they release it with my full name. So because I don't want my music to get mixed up.
Totally understand. Right.
So my Andrada Popa profile is actually just those songs, but my original songs, like my pop music basically, is on Andrada. So it is a bit confusing. I'm not really sure what I want to do about all that, but I just don't want
Mhm.
people to think those are my personal releases. They're just for different projects. So obviously,
Right. No, I totally
I
get
need a
that.
fake name, guys. Give me a good fake name. I already have. I actually have. I actually have a fake name for like when I write songs. So
Yeah, you
yeah, my
do.
fake name is Scarlet Winters.
Scarlet?
Scarlet Winters.
Scarlet Winters. How did
Yes,
you
I
come
picked.
up with Scarlet? It's
I
a name you don't hear a lot.
I mean, ugh, this is gonna be a whole other story, but it's like I
Okay.
started writing a book at one point, and like I never got to finish it. But like I started writing a book, and the name of the main character was called Scarlet because obviously like she has a really dramatic life, and it's like Scarlet or whatever. So the
Ah.
name of the person in the book is called Scarlet Winters, the main character, and then I just basically stole the name for myself, and I'm writing songs for different like companies and things. And whenever I feel like I don't really want to be associated with this that much, I just use my fake name.
Mm,
So there you go.
you're amazing. You are
Yeah.
amazing. I do appreciate you. I respect you. I think you just,
Oh,
as I mentioned before, you're very talented. But most of all, you're a nice person. You're real. You are very down to earth. Even if you are on the other side of the world right now, but
yeah, well, actually, I'm actually in the middle of the
in the
ocean.
middle, in the
It's
middle of the
crazy.
ocean.
You,
That's
you
crazy.
look out and you think it's sometimes it's scary because I look out and I'm like, there is nothing around this island. Nothing. It's like if you unless you come here by plane, you can't get here any other way. So
It's
it's pretty
send
scary.
me. I would love to see some pictures.
Oh, honestly, I will send you. I mean, I mostly
You've got my digits. You've got, we can send me something.
yes, I
I'd love to
mostly
see it.
post on Instagram. So I post on my stories. My
Okay.
like my thing is at this is Andrada, but I
Yep. Yep.
mostly post on. I don't really use Facebook that much, so I post on my Instagram, and people have been messaging me being like, "Where are you? It looks amazing. It's beautiful." So someone said, um.
Yeah, I know
So
that.
yes, yeah, I'm trying to read. Well, I'm
Yeah,
trying to read what people are
yeah, I don't
saying.
know how it looks on your side of things. I can see it here.
I
Gordy
can just
was
see like
saying
it. Yeah, I
that
can
was
just
so
kind of
nice
see
of you
like
to
a
say,
little.
Chief. He knows I used to be I was a first responder and I was a fire chief and a firefighter for a lot of years.
Oh,
So that
okay, okay,
I
that makes
Gordy
sense.
knows who I am, and that's why he calls me
Okay,
chief. But
that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But
yes, I will definitely send you pictures and stuff. And I think they just introduced direct flights from Boston to this place, which is
really,
kind of random. But yes, no, it's
so
definitely a
then you get the shot, you jump on a plane, and I'll meet you in Boston.
I really think that's what I'm just gonna end up having to do it regardless. So I think it's
Well,
gonna
no,
be
we're not going to go back down that road. But I know, I
yeah.
just out of respect, I totally,
Yes.
yeah,
So
just
yeah, but I'll definitely send you pictures of all the food that
awesome.
I've been cooking and
What do you like to cook?
I've been so since being here I did like a Mexican night where I cooked
Okay.
this like massive enchilada with lots of, cheese and beans and all of like I have this like special recipe that I like to do. I made 7 pizzas one night, so I cooked 7 different pizzas. I made like we
7
made
pizzas? I
yeah,
mean,
like
like
cooked it
big pizzas?
yeah, like from scratch, just kind of made them from
Yeah, but
scratch.
how big, like, how many pieces would you get out? Is it a
Wait, can you see me? It's like probably about
holy
like big ones,
cow.
like full on big
Yeah, yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Okay.
did like a couple of veggie ones. I did a couple of meaty ones. I did like
Ooh.
a buffalo mozzarella with prosciutto one. And then yeah, basically I was cooking, like I was making two whilst two were in the oven, and then those would come out, and then the next ones. It was like a full on operation. And then one night I made pasta with like shrimp that I like to do, and
Oh,
then
wow.
another night we did. Oh, I don't know.
How
We've
many
just been
how many are there? I mean,
um
you're cooking a lot of food.
I mean, so it's me and my 2 friends, but then obviously they own the place, so they have an entire other place that they rent out
Ah, I
to different
gotcha.
people. So the
Mhm.
house is always full, and we always have like there's people from Germany, people from Russia, people from Poland, people from America, people from like literally
Wow.
every single week. There's like we have someone from China,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
so every single week there's other people coming in, and yeah, we've just had some like really lovely nights. And my friend, we write together, so we've been before this interview we were playing at the other house. We were like singing and playing the guitar and whatever
Oh,
and like
wow.
jamming along. So it's been a really, really just nice experience. But yeah, I cook a lot and I love cooking. So I'm I'm happy to honestly make anything. Like I just really, really enjoy cooking. So I'm always up for new recipes and
How do
things.
you? How do you? I keep asking myself because you just keep adding on to more of what you do.
Someone
How?
wipe me up.
I don't know. How do you? I
Uh,
mean, maybe you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but a relationship? Are you? Can I
I
ask?
mean, I think we already spoke about this,
Did
haven't we?
we?
Yeah, we spoke about that. Yeah, it's like, I mean, long distance is hard,
It's
and
hard.
yeah,
Yes.
it's something you have to kind of work through, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's tough, and sometimes
Yeah.
it's the whole thing of you have to focus on your career and stuff, but then obviously it's the whole theory of like how many people out there have these amazing careers, and then when
Yeah.
you focus so much on your goals and your dreams and doing this and that, and then obviously you end up in a situation where if you're on tour and you're in a hotel room about a year, you kind of start thinking, oh god,
Yeah. I know.
so yes, it is a
Yeah.
tough one,
Well,
but
you got your priorities.
yeah, of course you have to just
So
kind of like focus on things
yeah,
one by one, like you said, I'm only young, so
you are.
God knows. But yeah, no, I like I said, I do like doing different things. That's probably why sometimes life gets hard, and I like to make life hard for myself. But no, I do enjoy doing everything that I am
But
doing.
you make
So
life hard for yourself, but if you keep going and you do it right, the rewards are going to be really,
I
really
mean, my
decent.
food is great, so if you know what I mean. It's
Oh my
like
God.
honestly, there's nothing nicer than cooking food for people and them
Yeah.
actually enjoying it. Like them just constantly being like, "Thank you so much for cooking this. It's great. It's great. It's
Mhm,
lovely."
mhm.
And I'm like, like you just feel like they're just too nice to you. It's like all I did was just cook what I would normally do. I didn't,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm really bad with compliments. I'm terrible with compliments. So
Ah,
I just try
well,
to like deflect. It's like someone be like, "Oh, your top's nice," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I bought this," and like I would come up with this whole story about why I bought it, when I bought it. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, why am I doing this again? So yeah,
just say thank you. That's all.
yeah, I know, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
And I want to say thank you for joining me tonight, coming on, talking about Serenade, your most recent effort that's out there. The video is phenomenal. The music is great. Hearing it, anybody watching this either live now or watch the rerun down the road, it's posted on Skip Happens. It'll be posted on my YouTube page. I'll make sure Andrada's got a copy of it, and just grab it. But I'm not going to keep you any longer. You've been wonderful. I feel like we have a professional connection here where
Yes,
you know something comes out, you let me know. I'll get you on the
yes,
Skip
and
Happens
honestly,
podcast.
and can we please do a podcast together? Like,
Yes, no, no, I'm dead serious. If you have
it's gonna be
somebody,
called Skip Drada Happens.
Skip
I
Drada.
found the name as well.
Well,
Yeah,
we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about
honestly,
this.
I would love
And
that.
if and when you ever do come to the United States for
Not
maybe if
not
you're going to be
if,
performing.
when, because I know I'm
Okay.
coming.
Well, I'm going to bring you into the podcast studio here and we
Oh,
will
I'm
do
excited.
one right from the place here. So, plus we can do it like this. So, yes, we can definitely do something. We can talk about something. We can all, whatever you want to do. We will definitely do it.
Oh, thank you so
Oh,
much.
Regina says, thank you for chatting tonight. You are a breath of fresh air.
Which one of us? It could be you.
No, it's not me. It's got to be you. I think she
Thank
knows
you
me
so
too
much.
well.
Thank you for actually like, staying for this
Mm,
long. I appreciate it.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Regina
very much.
actually, I know Regina is at the ballpark with us because when we go to all the baseball games,
Oh,
yep.
maybe you should, guys, when I
She
come
just
over, you
said,
should take me to a game.
I
Yeah.
would take you if you come during baseball season. I will take you to the game. I will treat
Okay.
you to my wife and I, and my son will treat you to a wonderful time at the ballpark. And Regina would be there too. And she just
That's
said
good.
she's talking about you, Indrada.
Yes, yes. No, I was deflecting. I was that was my
You were.
best deflection move.
Yeah, you do that very well.
Yes.
All right. I want
Well,
you to stay safe. Be careful,
I
in
mean,
all your
there's like about
travels.
the population of this island is probably us, so I think I'm
Really? Is,
gonna
is,
be
is it
fine.
really that small?
No, it's not that small. I'm just jinxing it at this point.
Yeah.
No, it's just very quiet around here, so it's not that
Quiet is
much.
a good thing. I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
saying.
quiet is great. So
Quiet is good.
I will
So
be, I mean, I'm going back to London and COVID isn't great over there. So I
no.
probably have to try and stay safe because,
Well,
yeah,
you need to stay safe. You got too much going.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Take care of yourself, stay healthy, travel safe, think about things before you actually do it, just because the way the world is right now. So,
yes,
you know
yes.
what? I respect you. I care for you. You just
Oh,
take care of yourself. You're
you
so
too.
sweet. Let's do a podcast. We'll be
Okay.
in touch. We talk quite often anyways. So
I know, but that's good. You're supposed to, keep in touch, not just when,
yeah.
you want to have a show. It's like,
Consider, it's a friendship. It really is. It's a friendship. We got to know each other through a mutual friend, and somebody that works as a PR guy for you, and Jeff Galco. And Jeff is awesome. Love Jeff.
I
And
don't know.
just so
Yes.
it's worked into something really good. He's done a great job, and without him, this wouldn't be happening. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. You be good. Okay.
I
Stay
will
safe.
do.
Stay.
I don't want to leave. It's like,
I know. Well, hey, what do you want to talk about?
can we just stay here? I swear, it's like, I just want to keep talking forever.
What do you want to? What do you got? Any questions? What do you want to ask me?
What do I want to ask you? Ooh, if you weren't a radio
Radio.
presenter slash in this business, what would you have done?
Ooh.
Coming in strong.
No. I wanted to be. This is going to sound crazy. I am fascinated with airplanes.
I don't know why I thought you would say that.
I wanted to be a pilot, and I have a lot of friends
Oh.
that have gone on to be pilots for major airlines.
Oh, my dad
So
wanted to be a pilot, but his heart wasn't strong enough for that, and they
mm,
didn't let him do it. And he full on did like a whole school for it.
yeah, you have to. They're pretty strict about that. Matter of fact, one of my friends we have JetBlue here in the United
Hmm.
States,
Hmm.
and they're based out of New York. He was a senior pilot for JetBlue, but when he turned 65, that's it. He's done. You'll have to retire,
Oh.
even though you might be
Yeah,
in
yeah.
perfect health. That's it. You're done.
But that's the
You know.
thing, and same with being a doctor, for example. Like you spend I honestly respect people so much who do that, but you have to spend so many years, obviously, in training and in doing, university and math. I mean,
Mhm,
just practicing it, and then if your hand goes a bit like that before your time,
mhm.
you're
You're
out of
done.
it.
You're
And that's
done.
the thing. You finish
Yep.
learning about when you're 30, I would say 30 something, and you get about 15 to 20 years of doing it. And then the second anything is wrong with you or you can't perform, obviously, if you're a brain surgeon, you
Mhm.
gotta be 100%. You don't get to mess up. So it's really scary. It really is, knowing
Mhm,
that you
mhm,
can spend
mhm,
your whole
mhm.
life learning for something and then ending up not being able to do it. That must
Yeah.
be
What do you think you
crushing.
would be doing if you were not an entertainer and a
Oh,
singer
100%. I know what I would be. I would be a therapist. Yeah,
and
I psychology, just a therapist, is in like,
read my mind?
no, no, no. I mean, there's like a shrink. I mean, that's what I
No,
mean.
no,
So,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, my grandfather, he was one of the biggest. I mean, he was the biggest. What's it called? Psychology professor in Romania. So
Mhm,
everyone really, really respect him, and I feel like that's kind of rubbed off on me because I'm very passionate about. I read lots of books about psychology and how the human brain
mhm,
works, and
mhm,
things to do with personalities and things.
mhm.
And 100,000,000%, if I still want to do it, I just don't think anyone would take me seriously if Andrada, the pop star, would suddenly open a therapy place. But no, I am fully just I love to give advice that I don't take myself. I'm amazing at it.
Mhm.
So I know exactly like what you're supposed to be doing in theory. I just don't listen to myself. But no, I love talking to people
I can tell.
and just listening to people and trying to sort
Yeah.
their lives out. But sometimes I get too invested. That's the problem. It's like that's the only reason why I don't think I could fully do it, because I don't know how to put that stop between
Mhm,
where the
mhm,
jobs where the work is done and when, like, I know I would get so invested in people's lives that it would affect me.
mhm,
And I've
mhm.
got enough drama of my own, so I don't really need to, my life is just roller coaster. So I don't think I would be able to kind of cope with that. But no, I would love to be a therapist. And I don't know, I would like other jobs too. Like I've, I don't know if did I get to tell you that I've been teaching? Did I tell you that?
No.
Oh, I've been, so for the last, I mean, not now, but so after our interview, like probably a month later, I started teaching as acting / movement / voice like teacher at a new place in Bucharest when I was there. And, it was really interesting to go from like straight out of uni to go and be a teacher. And the students were older than me, and they still are. So the students are older than me, and it was such a weird experience to tell people what to do. And like, obviously I directed with my colleague, I directed one of their shows, and I was like, basically a full-on teacher, telling people what to do and like planning my lessons, and people would actually do what I tell them to. And they would call me teacher. And it was the weirdest thing. I was like, oh my God. Like there was one point when I was doing like this warm up, and I remember like my hand was hurting. So I was doing something, and I realized everyone was doing it because I was doing it. And I was like, oh no, wait.
Yeah, but like, you're the expert. They're not. They're learning.
It was really interesting. And obviously you realize, I was saying that to someone the other day. I was saying, you realize, like when you are a teacher, you realize how much work that involves. And I look back on how some people from my uni treated our teachers, and I think, God, that is terrible. Like I was lucky to have people that were very nice, and yes, sometimes there were little outbursts because drama school and drama people, but overall I've never had someone disrespect me. I've never had someone talk to me in a way that would upset me. So I'm looking back on my experience in high school and university and all these places, and I think, God, the people that our teachers had to deal with sometimes, it's so hard being a teacher, and because you have to be mature about it. If I'm your colleague, I can be like, you know what, just leave me alone. Or like you can respond however you want. As a colleague, you can kind of just be honest about how you feel. But as a teacher, you have to be so careful how you tell someone your behavior isn't right without being a child about it. Right. Exactly. So yeah, it's been a really interesting experience just doing that. And obviously I was supposed to do it now again as a new semester, but I ended up kind of stranding myself on this island. So I'm probably just going to do it when I get back.
Everything goes back to this island. Everything has been going back to the island.
Honestly.
You're never going home, girl. You're never going home.
I'm telling you, I came here for a week. I didn't book a flight. I booked a flight here, but I didn't book a flight out of here. And then I ended up, I was supposed to leave on the 14th, and it's now the 28th, and I'm still here.
Why did you go there in the first place?
I am. Oh God, it's just gonna sound like I'm joking at this point.
No. Go ahead.
I've always wanted to have a yoga retreat. So I'm not always. I'm lying. I'm not. It's not always been. I came up with this idea, like I don't know, almost a year ago. And obviously my friends having this place and being a really good place to obviously be doing that, we tried to shoot some footage to do like an actual ad for like a yoga retreat. So I came here to kind of plan it and talk about it and see the locations and stuff and actually try and get it going. And obviously I thought, I don't need more than a week to kind of see how to plan, plan things and how it would all go. And then, I'm still here after all this time. So I only came here to plan a few things because I want to do it. And I know it's hard with COVID now to obviously get people to commit and to, actually want to book things. And it's going to be tough actually getting people to do it. But in the future, I would really like to try it. And it's kind of felt like it. It hasn't fully been a retreat, but it kind of felt like one, at least for me. So yeah, that's another thing that I want to tick off my list. It's like I want to do that and to just kind of.
Yeah. Have you ever been there before now?
No, I've never been here before. So my friends have been inviting me for a couple of years. They got this place 2 years ago. So my friend, he's American. He's from Michigan.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
So and he's been traveling around the world and doing all these things. And then this is the kind of place that honestly everyone has said that it's the kind of place that you go to randomly thinking you're going to be here for a week or a few days and you fall in love with it. He came here with his girlfriend, and they said, we need to go back there. I don't know why or how or what we're going to do there, but we have to go back there. And they bought a place. They redid it from scratch. They built everything.
Wow.
And yeah, and now the place is, you know, fully booked most of the time, just having people over from all over the world. And yes, it's just,
Wow, it's amazing.
it really is amazing. So yeah, that's kind of how things get done in this island. I don't know, there's just something about it. I don't know what it is, but it's
beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. And it makes
is.
you feel
Wow,
at peace. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we can just take a deep breath and just yes, exactly.
Sometimes that's what you need to do. Sometimes that's what you need to do, and that's what I've
come
been
on,
doing.
Skip happens and tell me about it. So
Exactly,
Oh my God.
exactly.
so good. It's so good.
So yes, you should come here on the retreat if we actually manage to do it. So yeah, I can take that off my list and be like, you know, another
Go to
thing that
Boston and
I've
get
done.
that nonstop.
Yeah, exactly.
Where does it fly into?
So it flies into Ponta Delgada. That's what it's called. It's
Punta, I'm going to write that down. Punta.
It's Ponta, Ponta Delgada, Delgada.
Gotcha.
So it's like, yeah, most people fly into Lisbon and then fly into Ponta Delgada.
Yeah.
So it would kind of be, but I heard that they're going to do direct flights.
Wow.
Which is quite interesting. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, people just, because I ask people, why do you choose to come here? It's a really random place to come to. So people would say, why did you choose to come here? And people would say, honestly, I would go on Skyscanner, look at what the cheapest flight is to whatever destination. And that's how some people book their flights. They just looked at their city, whatever the flight was, and then they just booked it, and they came here with no expectations. That's the main thing, is like, you have no idea what to expect. I had no idea what to expect. So, you know, they've been inviting me here for a couple of years, but I couldn't make it because they opened this place when COVID happened. And surprisingly, it was still fully booked. But yeah, and they've been asking me to come over, and I said, oh, I will. And it was all a case of I will. But now I actually had a reason to do it. And yeah, they were making a joke like, yeah, you can stay here for as long as you want and la la la. And then obviously I've been here for 3 weeks now, and I kind of feel bad. I mean, I am cooking and cleaning and things, but yeah, and I've been here for 3 weeks, and I'm like, guys, you know, when you said, you know, you can stay for as long as you want, at this point, if you're going to keep saying that, I'm going to be spending Christmas here. And they were like, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't care that I'm going to spend Christmas here. So,
that's pretty awesome. Pretty cool.
And no idea where I'm going to be spending Christmas, that's for sure. So that's too far into the future for me. 2 months from now.
Well, with everything going on, nobody knows where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing on the Christmas holiday. So,
you know, I was saying last year, you know, I released Different Kind of Christmas. So obviously my Christmas song was called Different Kind of Christmas. If you haven't listened to it, you should.
I will.
And yeah, and I released Different Kind of Christmas, and I said, oh, this is so frustrating that this song is only going to be relevant this year, because I bet that next year isn't going to be a different kind of Christmas. And obviously the song is about spending Christmas during COVID times. And now I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I cannot believe, and in a way I'm happy about it because of you know, personal purposes. But I'm thinking, are you kidding me? We're spending another Christmas in practically a really weird stage and a really weird vibe, and, you know, people being divided and everything. And I cannot believe that it's been a year and this song is just as relevant this year as it was.
Yeah, I'm looking it up here. Is it
Different Kind of Christmas? It's on YouTube. You should watch the video. It's full of puppies.
Where I'm going.
Oh, go for it.
I'm working on it. I'm a slow typer.
Are you on YouTube or on what are you on?
Hang on. Different Kind of Christmas. I'm getting there.
How slow of a typer are you?
Oh, stop.
Oh my God. You're like my mom when she tries to send the text.
Now like, stop. Oh my God. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's go search.
Disclaimer, that's the only song that my brother likes because he's not like into my music. And that's not the song.
No, I know it's a commercial. Here we go.
Oh.
This is it, right?
Listen to the lyrics.
All
Yes,
right,
that
we're
is the
listening.
song.
As a matter of
Okay.
fact, everybody's on with us, so let's.
Oh, listen to
let's-
the lyrics of this song.
Okay, here we go.
I've been counting my tears, thinking about the mess we've been this year. So bring a couple beers and let's raise a toast to the ones we've lost, to the bridges that we've crossed, yeah, and all the storms we've been through. Look at all the things that we're still here for. What a gift to be alive. After darkness always comes light. We can both be sad. It's a different kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas. I know you're just a little mad. It's a different kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas time with you. $235 days since we've seen it all turn to gray. So it's okay if you feel lonely too. Tell your friends to call you. Tell your mom you love her. And you'll be coming home soon. Look at all the things that we're still here for. What a gift to be alive. After darkness always comes light. We can both be sad. It's a different kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas. I know you're just a little mad. It's a different kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas time with you. I see my parents as they're waving at the station, and I can smell the gingerbread today. And I pray that we'll make it through, yeah. Just know that you're not alone. I'm with you. We can both be sad. It's a different kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas. I know you're just a little mad. It's a different kind of Christmas. Kind of Christmas time with you.
Wow.
Christmas time with you.
I had not heard that.
Yeah, have you watched the video at the same time?
Yeah, I was watching it, and
The one with the puppies?
yeah, I saw the dogs and all the kids. I saw the signs.
Yeah,
That's
I directed that whole thing. I just
really.
yes, I
And
got everyone to send me videos.
Was that done at home?
That was done. Yeah, it was done back home, but obviously I had videos sent from all over the world. So I had people from my friends from America, my friends from London, my friends from all over the world, and fans. I basically had my fans like send me videos of them, and I had them be in it. And yeah, it was just so funny how I wrote that song, and I was thinking of releasing like another version. I was on the plane coming here, and I was counting the days of being in lockdown. And I think the second verse is 235 days, and now it's been 600 something.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of like when I perform the song, I'm always going to have to perform it with the number
new
days. Yeah, with the new number, which was so. I was thinking, God, I never thought I would ever sing that song again, and having to say 625 days since the world has gone to gray. Like, so it's kind of interesting how this song was written exactly a year ago, and now we're in the same situation.
It's the same situation. Oh wow. And did you write that, or
yes I wrote all of it. I wrote all of the lyrics. I wrote so like I didn't the instrumental itself was done by my producer, Magic Juice. That's the name he goes by. So
Magic
he
Juice.
did the yes, he does all of like Serenade, Sign from God, all of it. He is the main person that I work with. So Magic Juice is behind the whole instrumental of things. And then the line in the like the melodic line, like the lyrics and everything. Once again, do you really think I wrote that song at 12 in the afternoon? Of course I wrote that song at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, of course.
It was 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in the bathtub. I was in the bathtub drinking wine as you do. And I wrote this song, and I had my phone with my notes. I write all of my whole life is in my notes. And I was writing this in the bathtub, and I was like thinking what to kind of like sing about. And once I got the idea with I've been counting my tears, thinking about whatever. And then it all just kind of went on and on. And it was about 5 a.m. and I was thinking, there's no way I can stop this creative flow. I got to keep going. And then people were calling me the next day. It was about 2 p.m. and they were like, Andrada, where are you? Are you dead? And I was like, oh God, I was still asleep. Obviously, I went to bed about 6:30, I think. And they were calling me like crazy, being like, where are you? And I was like, look, I stayed up all night writing this song. And then 2 days later, I went into the studio and I had all of my lyrics done, like the line and everything. And also, it's really funny how I decided on the name of the song before I even heard the song. So before anything was done, before the instrumental was showed to me, I said I would like to have a song that it's called Different Kind of Christmas. And then somehow the words managed to fit with the instrumental and be like, it's a different kind of Christmas, different kind. And I was thinking, how the hell did that even happen? I was thinking, how? Like, just I had no idea that it was not planned. I wanted it to happen. Right. And then it did. And then, yeah, obviously I was like, okay, I know exactly what I want in the video. I know exactly how it's going to be. And I went and bought those PJs myself. And I
wasn't going to comment on the pajamas, but yeah, you know.
No, I wear those PJs a lot, actually. It's like, they're like my favorite.
Well, I'm sure they're warm, plus they're holiday.
My favorite set, yes. It was, but the dogs peed on that blanket that I was sitting on. So the entire video is me looking like all, and then I was like, I'm sitting in piss. But the puppies were worth it. So yeah, it was quite hard to film with them. But yeah, no, that being said, I meant, it's just crazy that that song is still relevant a year later. I never wanted it to still be relevant, which is kind of scary to think of it. It's like, God, it's been 2. What has it been? 2 years of this almost? I think so, almost.
Oh, I don't even want to think about it, but you're probably right.
And a half. Yes. So yeah, it's just
it's been a little while. So Regina says again, seriously, girl, is there anything you don't do?
Let me think.
That should be, I don't know if you can answer that. You do it all.
What don't I do?
Plus Gordy says good luck in your
I know
career.
what I don't do. I know what I don't do. I don't wake up early. I'm not a morning person. Not. That's what I don't do. Yeah,
of course not. And you've also got a new fan. Gordy says, I am now your newest fan. So
oh my God. Yes,
so I'm sure he'll go on and Gordy will grab some of your music.
You can find me on the gram. Like, that's where I usually post. I mean, I post on TikTok as well. I've tried to film some on the IG. Yeah, I try to film TikTok since being here. I thought it's a really nice place. So I made an effort to film some TikToks as well.
I was going to ask you about TikTok now that you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yes. I posted, I post sometimes on TikTok, and TikTok is like easier to grow than any other platform, really. Like I posted a few videos, a couple of them went semi-viral, let's say, and then I was like, how did I go from 500 followers to 20,000? It's like, okay, that worked out well.
Good. And you're Andrada. Come on.
No, I think it was just because people were like, oh, I know you from TV and all that stuff. So obviously most of the people that I have on TikTok are definitely people that have seen me on like my shows and my TV, like on my TV, not on my TV, on their TV, that have watched me on TV and they've seen me, like they've known me growing up. I'll tell you a funny story. I was in, not that you've asked me, but just because I remembered.
No, go.
I was in the shopping mall back when I was allowed into one. RIP. I mean, obviously, I'm not allowed into one now. So I was in a shopping mall and I went to this noodle place that I like to get noodles from. And I was at the till, like trying to think, oh, do I want soy sauce or do I want teriyaki or whatever? And this woman kept staring at me, like the one behind the till. Like she was full on staring at me. And I had a mask on. And And yeah, she was looking at me and she said, do I know you from this show? And I literally looked at her and I thought, how the hell did she recognize me? Like I had a mask on, like not the way
yeah.
some people have it under the nose. It was
Yeah,
properly
right.
done.
Where it should be. Okay.
Yeah, where it should be. And I said, yes. And then I said, how did you recognize me? And she goes, your eyes. And I was like, okay. Like she just, I think, yeah, it was like that's all she saw. And she said that I had really like, strong and like eyes worth remembering. And yeah,
Yes.
she was like just being really nice, like when she was handing me my noodles. And yeah, she was like, oh, like good luck and everything. And yeah, she was lovely about it. But it was really interesting that I've had people recognize me before in my life, but it was never really when I was wearing a mask. That was really interesting. And then the person next to her, she was like, oh, who is it? What? And she said, it's Andrada from that show that we're watching, whatever. And it's like a new show that is on TV now that I've been filming for. It's like a new series. And she goes, oh, can you take your mask off for a second? So I took my mask off, and then her friend goes, oh yeah, I know you. Yeah, it was fun.
That's, I mean, if she recognized you with even the mask on, that's pretty good. It's pretty good because I mean, I have people come up to me and they start talking to me, and it's like, okay, who are you? Then they have to drop, and okay, So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes obviously, if you know someone, if I saw someone that I really really knew, or I was following, or if I had interest in their lives and their careers, I think I would probably recognize them no matter what. Like when we're filming the movie, and some of the people, like I said, the people in the movie, they're very famous, and they were wearing masks, because we had to wear masks, obviously, but people were recognizing them left and right. Like it's just hard not to, especially when they were in couples or in groups and stuff. It's really hard not to know who's who, even though they were wearing masks.
Right.
They were still people were like, oh my God, look at this person now, that's that person, whatever. So there was no way out for them. Yeah. It's been, but it's interesting too.
How many masks do you have?
How many masks do I have? I don't know. I kind of just
are they fancy?
I have a couple that are not fancy, but I had one made
the
for
Andrada
me.
Look.
I wanted to actually design some for like unbreakable ones, or like Andrada Unbreakable or something. Because of my song.
What an idea.
But yeah, I wanted to do it, but then that's the thing. I wanted to do that like half a year ago, maybe more. And then in my head, I was being optimistic, and I was like, there's no point ordering all these masks, because if this whole thing is going to go away, then no one's going to be buying them anyway, or everyone's sick of wearing them. And then I'm like, oh God, I should have done it, because this thing is going to keep going on and on and on. So yeah, I haven't. But no, I have. I just usually just have the ones that you can just throw away after you wear them. Yeah. I mean, I have to admit, since being here, because we don't really have there's not many places indoors that you would really go to. It's mostly everything's happening outside. And I've had the same freaking mask for since I got here, because I only put it on for like a couple of minutes, and then I take it out whenever I go somewhere. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel disgusting. Like I normally wear a mask once and then I throw it away. But now I'm like, God, I've been wearing this mask since I got here.
You're only wearing it for a minute or two here or there, or when you got to go in
there is a bit of foundation on it, just
I know. Well, yeah, whatever.
No, I don't really do the whole thing of like matching my outfit with my mask, because I don't really want to invest in buying 50 different masks for 50 different outfits and stuff. So I just kind of stick with just wearing I have like black ones, or like I have some purple ones or whatever, and I just kind of wear those. But yeah, I know lots of people have like the whole look going with different colors.
Right. They have all the fancy, the sparkles,
sometimes you have to, it would be, imagine don't know, like someone from the royal family or something going to like a very fancy event and wearing like a like a blue medical mask. Of course you have to someone said plain black matches everything. Yes, exactly.
Yep, that's Regina.
I wear black all the time. It's like, what colors do I have in my closet? Black, basically.
Black.
So yeah,
I'm wearing black
now
tonight, right?
Yeah, no, I was looking at my luggage and I was like, it looks like I packed to go to a funeral, not on a holiday.
Black socks.
So
black
yes, no,
pants.
I have like black leggings, like black
Yeah,
shorts and
black
everything.
leggings.
So
Yep, black flip flops. Black.
yeah, no, I love wearing black, but yeah, I think the black masks is so much easier to wear. And also, if you do get foundation on them, it's not as obvious as if you know, as if you were to wear the white ones or something. But
We don't
I
have
don't
that
know.
problem. I do not
Oh,
have that issue.
you don't have that problem. Oh, I thought you were wearing foundation. What's your color? No, I
called
do.
scruff.
I do
called
like to
scruff.
wear makeup.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
No.
lie about it. I do enjoy
No,
to wear makeup.
absolutely. And but you know, you're a very beautiful woman.
I'm
so-
not the kind of person that's like,
Yeah.
oh, I woke up like this. It's like, oh, I woke up like this. Now I have to do a whole skincare routine and slap some makeup on my face to look
All right,
human.
here's a very. I don't know if I should ask this as a guy.
Ooh.
How long does it take you to put your makeup on to
So
start your day?
that's a really interesting question. So it actually takes me more when I go to bed to take my makeup off and do my skincare routine
Mhm.
than it does for me to put makeup on. So to put makeup on, it takes me precisely 30 minutes, I would say. I would
Okay.
say give or take to 30 minutes. So including washing my brushes every day.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
I mean, I wash like my beauty blender and my foundation brush.
I get it.
Otherwise,
Okay.
I never like, I just think it's disgusting using the same one they've kind of been using and the dirt goes into it and whatever.
Mhm.
So it takes me about 30 minutes to put my makeup on, but my night skincare routine, that's a whole different situation. It used to take me, I've kind of like throughout the years, I've tried to, you know,
Mhm.
but it used to take me at least an hour. I had so many different things that I was using and products and whatever,
Oh
just
my
kind of,
God.
you know, because I've always been really worried about, I have really sensitive skin. When I moved to London, I kept getting all these really, like whenever it was really cold, I would get for a couple of months I would get this dry eye, but it would be so dry to the point where it would be painful. It would be like a crust.
Ooh,
My
okay.
nose would be flaky. Like there were so many different things happening because of the weather. And obviously, you know, growing up, there was a point when I was getting spots and things, and I still do, obviously. And I was getting, obviously, with me being like, you gotta be perfect and all that stupid stuff. I was so stressed out about it. And obviously, I would spend lots of money and time and energy and everything into doing skincare. So yes, I would spend about an hour just putting on serum and, you know, acids, and obviously good acids, not like, you know what I mean?
Thank God I'm a guy. Because
Yeah, no,
I'm
absolutely.
telling you, I brush my teeth, wash my face, get my
I
jammies
hate
on, my
that.
boxers,
You know,
and I'm
it's
in
that,
bed. I'm
you know, it's
sorry.
that joke that says, here I am doing my 10 skincare, like Korean skincare routine. And then there's, you know, it's like, then there's my boyfriend who is doing like, you know, using 7 different, what is it, 7-in-1 shampoo, face wash, car wash,
Yeah.
and something like that. It was like a meme somewhere. And I was like, yeah, that is pretty true, because guys usually just go and wash their faces. And I mean, my brother's a bit different because he does take care of his skin, and he's a very, like, you know, sometimes he takes more care about these things than anyone else. But most people don't. And I'm the kind of person, someone said you need to use the Body Shop. My foundation is from the Body Shop, so I combine 2 different foundations, because anything that has dimethicone inside, like a silicone, basically, I can't use that because it clogs my pores and it gives me acne.
No, and I get that.
So yeah, I can only use, you know, like all the fancy brands and, like, you know, double wear this and blah blah foundation, like, oh god, they just break me out massively, because they have so much fragrance. They've got perfume and they've got silicones and things. So obviously that just clogs your face. It works for some people who don't have any skin issues, but I'm very, very sensitive. So it took me a while to I'm a skin freak. I hate when I break out. I know. Oh, I hate when I break out. I broke
I'm a
out.
guy doing this podcast here. We're talking about makeup.
Well, my face broke out like after when I went to London. My face was perfect, like nothing was going on.
Yeah.
Before I came here, like a few days before, my face just went nuts. And I'll tell you, you know why? I'll tell you why. Listen to this. So like I said, my skincare is like, I feel like people are gonna actually love it. People love talking about skincare. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
they are. I mean, I had somebody comment saying this is one of the best podcasts I've seen in a long
people
time.
don't care about my music. People don't care
No,
about my
forget
music. They
about
care
your
about
music. Forget about your acting. We want to know about your skin routine.
I know lots of people ask me about that. But yeah, I was gonna say the thing about skincare routine is like you could spend all this money and whatever on like different products and like, you know, you see all these ads, but it's like you really need to know you need to know your skin and you need to know what you're putting on it. And I'll tell you what the funny thing was about London. So basically I ran out of my makeup remover. So I only use, in case you guys are wondering, I'm using the Bioderma one. It's the only one that works for me. So I'm using the Bioderma one, the sensitive skin one. And I ran out of it. So I had to use whatever was around that my friend had because she didn't have what I needed. So I used this face wash that she had.
Uh-huh.
And once. And God, the next few days, my face just kept breaking out. But like, you know, when you get like really painful spots under your skin and you're like, why is this happening to me right now? That's exactly what happened, because one day I used something that I don't normally use. And I'm very specific with the things that I do. And yes, that is what happened.
Yep.
Oh, someone's commented again. See, this conversations keep going. I feel like this conversation's been better since after we decided not to leave.
I know. And well, we all know that you're very talented. We all know that you're a musician. We all know that you're an actress. We all know that you're getting your master's. We all know that, you know, where you are. I mean, you are a star. You are doing your thing, but you're also a real person. And
I also take my makeup off before I go to bed.
Exactly. I mean, that's all. I mean, my wife does the same thing. And in the morning when she gets ready to start her day, she's putting her face on for about 20 minutes, half hour. I don't know. You know, me, I'm out of
I think
bed.
it depends on what you're doing. Because if you want to do like a whole eye look or whatever, it's going to take you longer. Like, you know, the music video for Serenade, that makeup took so goddamn long. Like, honestly, that makeup that you see, it probably think, what's the difference between what I'm wearing now and what I'm wearing in that video? That makeup took about 2 hours, I think, to get done, because you have to blend and put and mix and contour and this and that. And you don't even realize how long it takes. It took so long to just put that makeup on, obviously doing the hair and everything. Yeah, it's crazy work. So I think it really depends where you're going or what your plan is. But I usually just have.
I don't have that problem. I'm just saying. I just
stop making us jealous. You know, there's lots of women in this chat that are.
I know. I totally. You know? Yeah. No. Exactly right. I mean, it just, and it's, you know, I think it is interesting to know. I mean, talking about you and how you start your day and what you do, and you know, I mean, I think it is interesting. But,
yeah, no,
and it's all part of who Andrada is.
Unless I'm on holiday, as in like a beach holiday, I don't wear makeup to the beach. Even sometimes I do, but only because I get burnt so easily. The only thing that, even if I wear sunscreen, my face is so sensitive that I still get burned. So the only thing that stops my face from getting burned, like my forehead and everything, is foundation. That's the main issue. I usually wear foundation on the first couple of days and just kind of get used to it, and then I stop doing it. But no, I do like, you know, wearing makeup, and I don't class myself as, like I said, I don't class myself as I just woke up like this and I look flawless. Like, I know I have to you know, make myself look presentable. But
it's with all of us. I mean, seriously, you don't want to see me first thing in the morning.
Wait, someone said the other thing is women have to deal with their hair also. We men are so lucky. Depends. Some guys really put effort into doing their hair. Like, you know, if you've got like don't know, just lots of hair and whatever, you kind of have to do the whole gel thing and this and that and make it work. Like, I know I'm very lazy when it comes to my hair, in terms of I don't really do anything to it. I just brush it. Sometimes I would do some curls or something minor, but I don't really.
It looks like it's braided. Is it braided?
Someone braided for me. So we were at dinner, and someone just said, "Oh, can I braid your hair?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, go for it." It's actually a braid. It's a rope. It's, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So I see it now. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny? My movie's called The Rope. So
The Rope, and there's the rope.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know. Yeah. So someone did this did this rope thing, and I was like, should I just keep it in for this interview? I was like, yeah, sure. But yeah, normally I don't really bother to do much with my hair unless
I
I'm
say, sorry, Skip,
doing
the
something.
girls took over your podcast.
Oh, yes, exactly. I mean, like, no, I feel like, you know what we haven't done? People haven't asked questions. Like, you've been asking me questions, but people haven't asked questions. I feel like that's what we should do. We should have
Yeah,
people
we
ask.
should, but it's getting late.
I know, we should
My
leave.
podcasts usually go an hour. We've gone almost 2, but you're just fabulous. You're so much fun to talk to, and you know, we kind of go outside the boundaries a little bit.
Is this your longest podcast?
Damn straight it is. But I got to tell
Give me
you,
a high five. Oh,
wait a minute, where are we here? Where are we here? There we go.
I'm not sure. I feel like that was completely not.
I don't know.
happening.
Whatever. We're here. But yes, and I definitely want to do this again. And we can talk about anything that you want to talk about. And
Ooh.
it's interesting.
We're gonna do, you know, like the Vogue videos that they do when they have like a famous person being like, "Hi guys, you know, I'm doing my makeup today," or like I'm doing a skincare. It's gonna be like Skip happens and is like introducing Andrada's skincare routine, and I'm just like dabbing my eyes and doing all this. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Meanwhile, I'll be going.
Yeah. I feel like once the skincare conversation happened, you kind of just like zoned out. All you have to do is just
but Regina says she is a body shop rep here in the United States, and it really is the best line. So that's good to know.
Can I get a Body Shop sponsorship, please?
Regina?
Can I get Body Shop to be like, this is the new face of the Body Shop?
Yeah, then they supply all the goodies.
Yeah, I mean, I would happily, you know, I mean, I support the Body Shop. I have lots of things from the Body Shop. So I would happily be like, hey guys.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So
That'd
Regina.
be
wait,
what is the price of gasoline where you are?
I have no idea. Probably fairly cheap. I mean, no idea. I don't.
What do you need it for? You don't.
I finished my driving school thingy. I haven't. I don't have my license yet because I wasn't.
I remember this conversation about you not having your license.
Yes, but in the meantime, I finished driving school. So at least I finished it. I don't have my license yet, but I finished driving school. It was an interesting experience.
Regina says, "I'll see what I can do."
Oh yay! Can I post a picture of you on my that you? Oh my god! Of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, tell them that I use the Amazonian clay foundation and all of the face masky things and the ginger one and the vitamin C. And yeah.
I have no idea. But
I feel like after this conversation, it's going to be Googling all these ingredients.
Oh, I'm sure. But if Regina does that, I definitely, Regina, I know you're listening and watching. Make sure you put her who it is to Andrada Popa and put the website there. And you know, she's a star, and you know, and
just be like, check her music out. Her music is great, but her skincare is even better.
Bingo. I wear the scruff. That's what
no. If we meet in person, I'm gonna do you a whole, you know, skincare routine with what you should be using and when, and yeah, you ain't using that body wash on your face anymore.
No. She says, fantastic. I will do that. I'll send you some goodies. Give Skip your address. I don't know, but it might, I don't know. Do you?
You can ship to London, I think, or you can.
Yeah, no, we could probably do that. We'll figure it out. We can talk about that after. Yeah.
See, this conversation was so productive. I have a new fan. I got to speak to you, and now I'm getting Body Shop goodies. Like,
yeah, and you've got a new song out. You got the video out. We talked about the movie that's coming out. Hey.
Yes, if you guys can go on YouTube under Serenade and leave a comment as well, that would be great, because it's just good to, like and comment on the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to, listen to new music when that's going to be coming out. So it would be good to have you there. And, if you have social media, obviously, just find me. I mean, at This Is Andrada, because
the little at thingy.
Yeah.
Whatever they call that. What do they?
I mean, we call it in Romanian. We call it arond, but I don't know what you.
Arond.
Arond. It's called arond. It's like arond because it means a
around.
circle. Around, basically. Around.
Okay, whatever.
Uh,
You're so awesome.
okay, we should probably go. What time
We
even
should.
is it?
Yeah, it's late. My mom's calling,
No,
so I
it
have
is.
to go home. No, I don't.
I mean, no one's calling me right now. It's 2 a.m. So,
You know what? We are going to do this, and we should make this like, where in the world is Andrada for podcast?
Ooh,
Because
we should do that. But then if I'm gonna be in the same place for a while, people are
it
gonna
doesn't
get
matter.
bored.
It doesn't matter because you're not here. You know what I mean?
Mentally somewhere else.
You are on the other side of the world. Well, almost. Okay.
I mean, if
So-
we do this podcast in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be in London, so we did one in Bucharest.
Well,
We
you
did
know what?
one in Portugal. I mean, in São Miguel Island or whatever this is. And then if we're gonna do one in London, then that's
Let's
gonna
do
be
it from London, and you just let me know what works for you.
Yes, let's
And-
do that. And then we can talk about my graduation. Haha.
I would love to talk about your graduation. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna
No.
send you a pic of me with my little
Oh, I
cap
want
and
to.
gown.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would love that. I would love that. Andrada, yes, we're going to go.
Thanks everyone for joining, and yes,
God,
thank you for the
I love you.
kind
You're just so
offering
awesome.
of, yes, and looking forward to mine and Skip's new podcast.
Where in the world is Andrada?
I just like.
Oh,
Okay, guys, it's
all
clearly
right. Yep.
bedtime.
Time to go write a song.
Don't even, because I will.
You probably
is
will
fine.
anyways.
I
So,
will.
All right. We're going to be talking again real soon. Gordy,
Yes.
Regina, everybody else watching, thank you so much for
Thank you so much for joining. Great audience, guys. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we've,
and for
this-
more skincare tips, just text me. Thank
All
you
right.
everyone for joining.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for having us on. Good night.
Bye. I'm gonna take a picture of us just to have us like. Wait, what am I doing? No.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to. It's not shutting off, so we're still on.
Oh,
Hang
we're
on.
still on. This happened
Okay.
last time. Wait,
What? What?
say hi. Oh wait, no one can actually hear you because you've got headphones in.
I think they're watching us do this.
Well, everyone's watching us do this. That's a
I
bit
think so.
embarrassing. Hi, everyone.
So I'm just waving and I'm waving and I'm
Just
waving and I'm
waving.
waving. Regina says you are lovely. Good night.
Yeah, we're still live.
I know we are. It won't shut off. It won't shut off.
The
All right.
internet doesn't want us to stop.
Stop. Stop. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye
Good
bye.
night, everyone.
All right.
Thank
Andrada,
you.
have a good night. I'm shutting it off. Take
Shut me
care.
off.
Goodbye.
Bye.